My next guest is one half of the very popular podcast Girls We Watch. They are just prolific in talking about everything from Girls to Broad City, Sex and the City, as well as you may have known them for their very public feud with the one and only Bethenny Frankel. Please get up for Evan and Lazarus! Ready to talk?
No.
Evan, you and Amelia launched Girls We Watch.
Look at me. I'm just kidding. Okay, let's go.
Did you anticipate that Girls would feel so culturally relevant again?
You're never gonna ask me my name?
No.
No. It's one of those things where it's like if you have good taste, then you would enjoy a show like Girls. So God forbid America wakes up a little bit and gets some good taste.
Can I confess something to you?
No.
I'm gonna do it anyway.
Yes, okay, it'll be fun.
I just watched Girls for the first time.
Okay.
Yeah.
How did you feel?
I loved it. It's a great show. I don't know why it took me so long. I had some sort of look. I'm 32. Like should be my show, and I think maybe I was just repressed in such a way that but I watched those those middle-aged like Nurse Jackie on Showtime, like those shows. I watched those shows. I just didn't watch Girls for some reason. I don't know. And I loved it. And I love the characters are not particularly good. They're very messy. And why do you think those these messy women, these characters kind of had such an impact then and maybe inspired characters today?
Why?
Yeah, why? Yeah. Why did you hit so
Oh,
hard?
it's a confounding question. Ultimately, I do think it comes down to the specificity, right? Where I was really pondering this, and I think one of the reasons I'm so specifically moved by the show is because it emulates aspects of my own lived experience. So in a way, I can find out how truly brilliant the show is because I understand so completely what went into the writing itself. Where there's so many shows that are equally brilliant, but I don't necessarily grapple with them in the same way because I don't understand the specificity of the culture, so I can't comment in the same way or truly understand the level of detail that was involved in the creation of the project. So when it comes to Girls, I think a lot of people resonate with, again, this highly specific show, and also it's a specificity that talks to a lot of, we're going to say, working creatives, which, please. So, I mean, I do think there are a lot of people in the arts world themselves that, fall into that demographic. So, a white creative writing for white creatives, they're going to love the show, Circle of life.
Yeah, exactly. And also, which Hannah, as a character, you've talked about the democratization of being the main character. Do you think social media has made us more self-aware or just more performative, in that respect?
Oh my God.
Oh, sorry, I'm hitting you. We'll get to talk about that in a second.
It's just we're going there.
Yeah.
Has it democratized people being the main character?
Right.
There's so many aspects that really play into that. I think social media enables anyone to allow themselves to be the main character of their stories, even in a more profound way than before. We are so enabled to talk about our stories, and people are championed in ways never before for their narratives. So we've monetized main character, and I think also another reason, circling back, why people are emulating with Girls more now than ever.
But also, then you cover season 2, Broad City, which is one of my favorite shows of all time. That show was one of the most inspiring. I mean, for adding Alana, UCB, all what they did, and making a web series during the TV show. What was it like covering Broad City? What that allowed you to explore that Girls didn't?
Not much.
Well, it's so wacky.
Well, it's sketch comedy, and it did take me about 60 weeks to figure that out. So it was good. I mean, that's a completely different show,
right.
And I think the message of the show is truly more feminist than Girls in so many ways because it's so liberating to watch women be stoners. It's the only female stoner comedy in a real way. And I mean, it's also this message of pure divine female fun friendship, which Come on, who doesn't love that?
Well, that's because at the end, girls, they kind of hates all of it.
Oh, you did finish.
Yeah, I finished last night to make sure I finished last night. So Sean hates it, but Abby, she tells Hillary Clinton that she's pegged before. I mean, that is an iconic moment.
Right.
And Hillary was like, okay, so yeah, I agree. But now you're doing Sex and the City, and this is so interesting to me because Broad City Girls, those are our shows. Like, those are our generation. Sex and the City, obviously, is so popular on multiple generations, but if you talk to my uncle and my mom, they have very strong opinions on that show.
I want to talk to them.
And you should have Bruce on your show. You would talk at length.
I don't want Bruce on the show.
Yeah. Honestly, man, actually like him. Did you feel more nervous kind of analyzing, talking about the show? Because it's not of our generation. Sex and the City, yeah.
No, clearly.
No?
I've only been more emboldened by my experience.
What's your take on it?
I was born the day the show came out. So to me, that's my birthright because I'm not going to Israel.
Right, that's good. So yeah, your birthright, you should cover the show.
Yeah.
Looking at I don't think we should over criticize a show that was made 20 years ago. But now now from Girls to Sex and the City, what similarities do you see, or what's something that's so different about that show versus Girls?
Oh, right. It's just at the times, right? Ultimately, also Lena Dunham has a more humorous voice than Darren Star, and if you look at it's written in such a literary way. Sex and the City because it's based directly off the column writings of Candice Bethenny, where Lena Dunham is so anecdotal and truly understands the experience of what it means to be 20-something and living in Brooklyn, that you can derive humor from it so specifically, but Darren Star is appropriating a text of Candice, so it's harder for it is still humorous, but it's humorous in more a dialogue way and less in pointing to specific feminine culture.
Well, do you sense, and is there a difference? Sex and the City was showrun and created by gay men, and Girls obviously was run by Penny Connor and Lena Dunham.
A gay man.
And basically, right? Do you think is that kind of sensibility is a little bit different, maybe?
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah.
And Darren Star, he's a wizard, right?
Yes.
He's fantastic, and he actually took the time to understand the female voice, and then we will say other people have taken on the project did not subsequently do the same, but he really truly did. And I ultimately think that's a message that, I think, especially now where we look at shows like Heated Rivalry, which directed by a gay man but written by a woman, so much gay media is written by women.
Yes.
It's kind of, Sex and the City is our own profound example of a gay man creating a specific culture for women, and I don't want to talk about Ryan Murphy right now.
Oh, well, I was about to say, let's say you're watching Love Story, which is bringing this 90s nostalgia. Are you watching it at all?
Through clips.
Yeah. And the JFK Look Like Contest. Girl, some of these straight guys need a reality check. Holy shit. Oh my god. One guy's balding. I'm like, sweetie, his thing was his hair. You can't be on this. Okay, well, I need to get to the juicy stuff. You have had